Once upon a time, in the shadowed woods of Eldritch, there existed a village steeped in mystery and fear. The villagers spoke in hushed tones about the curse that plagued their land, a curse that transformed ordinary men into monstrous werewolves when the moon hung low in the night sky. In the heart of Eldritch, there lived a wise and enigmatic sorceress named Seraphina. She alone knew the ancient incantations that could banish the werewolf curse, but she guarded her knowledge fiercely, hidden away in her secluded cottage on the outskirts of the village. One fateful night, a wicked pack of werewolves, led by the malevolent alpha known as Voss, descended upon Eldritch. Their eyes glowed with an unholy light as they prowled through the quiet village, leaving destruction and terror in their wake. The once peaceful hamlet now echoed with the screams of the frightened and anguished howls of the werewolves. As the villagers cowered in their homes, Seraphina felt the dark energy emanating from the heart of Eldritch. She knew that the time had come to confront the vile creatures that haunted the night. Armed with ancient relics and her arcane knowledge, she set out to confront Voss and his pack. The confrontation between Seraphina and Voss was fierce and magical, a battle of light against darkness, of ancient wisdom against primal fury. Seraphina fought valiantly, but Voss was cunning and ruthless. In the end, she managed to cast a powerful spell that banished Voss and his pack deep into the heart of the enchanted forest. However, as the last echoes of the incantation faded, Seraphina realized that the curse was not fully broken. Eldritch still trembled in fear each month as the moon waxed full. The werewolves were banished, but their malevolent presence lingered, and the villagers knew that they needed to find a way to completely lift the curse. In the aftermath of the battle, Seraphina, exhausted but determined, gathered the remaining villagers. She revealed that a forgotten prophecy spoke of a hidden artifact guarded by ancient spirits that could shatter the curse once and for all. The artifact lay hidden deep within the treacherous Shadowfen, a forbidden swamp teeming with otherworldly creatures. The villagers, now faced with a new quest, looked to Seraphina for guidance. With a map in hand and the sorceress leading the way, they ventured into the mysterious and perilous Shadowfen. Little did they know that the swamp held not only the key to breaking the curse, but also darker secrets that awaited them in the murky depths. The tale of Eldritch's destiny had just begun, and the true nature of the curse would unravel with every step they took into the shadows. As the group ventured deeper into the Shadowfen, the air thickened with an airy mist that seemed to whisper forgotten secrets. The ground beneath their feet became treacherous, and the twisted branches of gnarled trees reached out like skeletal fingers, casting ominous shadows upon their path. Seraphina consulted the ancient map, her eyes narrowing as she deciphered the cryptic symbols. The group encountered strange creatures that slithered through the murky waters and glided through the tangled vegetation. Wisps of ethereal light danced in the distance, leading them deeper into the heart of the swamp. The villagers exchanged nervous glances, but Seraphina reassured them that their journey was necessary to end the curse once and for all. As they pressed on, the air resonated with an otherworldly hum, and the landscape seemed to shift and change with each step. After navigating through the labyrinthine swamp, the group stumbled upon a clearing dominated by a massive, ancient tree. Its bark was etched with symbols, and its roots seemed to delve into the very essence of the swamp. Seraphina approached the tree, a sense of reverence in her eyes. "This is the Heartwood tree," she explained. "Legend has it that it holds the key to breaking the werewolf curse. But the path to unlock its secrets is perilous and requires a sacrifice." The villagers exchanged uneasy glances once again. Seraphina began chanting an incantation, calling upon the spirits that guarded the ancient artifact. Suddenly, the swamp around them came alive with spectral energy, and shadows seemed to coalesce into ghostly figures. The spirits spoke through the rustling leaves and ethereal whispers. They revealed that the artifact, known as the Lycanthropy crystal, was hidden within the roots of the heartwood tree. To obtain it, one among them had to willingly offer a sacrifice, a selfless act that demonstrated true courage and compassion. The villagers hesitated, their eyes flickering with uncertainty. Serafina, with a solemn expression, urged them to trust in the power of unity. As the group deliberated, a mysterious figure emerged from the shadows, a stranger cloaked in darkness, bearing the mark of a silver wolf. "I have witnessed your struggle," the stranger spoke, voice echoing through the swamp. "I offer myself as the sacrifice." The curse must end. The villagers exchanged wary glances, but Serafina nodded knowingly. The stranger approached the heartwood tree, and with a solemn gesture, touched the ancient bark. The ground quivered, and the roots of the tree began to unravel, revealing the shimmering Lycanthropy crystal within. As the stranger grasped the crystal, a blinding light enveloped the clearing. The spirits whispered their approval, and the curse's hold on Eldritch weakened. The shadows receded, and the air felt lighter, as if a centuries-old burden had been lifted. Yet, as the light faded, the stranger was nowhere to be found. The villagers, grateful but curious, turned to Serafina for answers. She gazed into the distance, a mix of sadness and mystery in her eyes. The stranger was a guardian, a spirit bound to the curse, she explained. Their sacrifice has broken the curse, but their purpose is fulfilled. They return to the shadows, forever bound to the tale of Eldritch. The villagers, though relieved, felt a bittersweet pang in their hearts. The journey to break the curse had ended, but the enigma of the stranger lingered, leaving behind a sense of both closure and unanswered questions. The woods of Eldritch, once shrouded in fear, now stood in the dappled moonlight, and the tale of the werewolf curse would be told for generations to come. In the wake of the stranger's sacrifice, Eldritch began to heal. The once fearful villagers found solace in the newfound peace that graced their land. The malevolent presence that had haunted their nights was gone, replaced by a calm that settled over the village like a protective cloak. However, as time passed, Eldritch's residents couldn't shake the feeling that the tale was not truly over. Whispers of the mysterious stranger, the guardian who had sacrificed themselves, echoed through the village. Some claimed to have seen glimpses of a silver wolf in the moonlit nights, prowling the outskirts of Eldritch. Serafina, too, remained contemplative, her eyes often drawn to the moonlit horizon. She delved into ancient tomes, seeking further understanding of the mystical forces that had bound the guardian to the curse. The Lycanthropy crystal, now safeguarded in a sacred shrine, pulsed with an otherworldly energy that seemed to hold secrets yet unrevealed. One evening, as the villagers gathered in the village square to celebrate their newfound peace, a shadow fell over Eldritch. The moon, full and luminous, cast an ethereal glow upon the land. A distant howl echoed through the woods, sending shivers down the spines of those who remembered the days of the werewolf curse. That air grew charged with anticipation as the village hushed into an uneasy silence. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the trees, bathed in the moonlight. It was the silver wolf, majestic and ethereal, moving with an otherworldly grace. The villagers gasped, their eyes widening in a mix of fear and awe. The silver wolf approached the shrine where the Lycanthropy crystal rested. With a gentle touch of its nose, the crystal emitted a soft glow, resonating with the presence of the guardian. Serafina, recognizing the guardian's spirit within the wolf, stepped forward. "You have returned," she murmured, her voice a blend of wonder and reverence. The silver wolf gazed at the villagers with eyes that seemed to hold ancient wisdom. Without uttering a word, it communicated a message that echoed in the hearts of those present. The tale of Eldritch was far from over. The guardian's sacrifice had broken the curse, but its spirit lingered, bound to the village by an unspoken destiny. As the silver wolf disappeared into the shadows of the enchanted forest, Eldritch remained in a state of both tranquility and anticipation. The villagers, once haunted by the terror of werewolves, now faced the enigma of the Guardian's return. Serafina, with a newfound sense of purpose, continued her studies, determined to unveil the true nature of the Guardian's connection to Eldritch. The moonlit nights held a quiet promise, and the villagers couldn't help but wonder what mysteries lay ahead. Eldritch, once a village gripped by fear, now stood at the crossroads of destiny, where the echoes of the werewolf curse mingled with the haunting presence of a silver wolf. The tale of Eldritch, it seemed, had taken an unforeseen turn, leaving the villagers to wonder about the enchanting and mysterious chapters yet to unfold. Seasons passed in Eldritch, and the village flourished in the absence of the werewolf curse. The silver wolf became a symbol of hope, a guardian watching over the villagers from the shadows. Serafina's studies continued, and she discovered ancient prophecies foretelling a time when Eldritch would face a new challenge, a test of courage and unity that would determine the fate of the village. One fateful night, as the moon ascended to its full glory, a haunting melody drifted through the air. Villagers gathered in the village square, drawn by an unseen force. Serafina, with the Lycanthropy crystal in hand, led the procession to the heartwood tree, where the Guardian's spirit had been awakened. The silver wolf emerged once again, its presence commanding the attention of all. The ancient prophecy unfolded, revealing that Eldritch was destined to face a powerful force, born from the remnants of the werewolf curse. The Guardian, bound to the village through sacrifice, would play a pivotal role in guiding the villagers through the trials that awaited. As the villagers listened to the prophecy, a dark shadow emerged from the heartwood tree. It coalesced into a figure, ethereal and menacing, the embodiment of the curse that had once tormented Eldritch. The Guardian, with a resolute gaze, stepped forward to confront the malevolent force. A fierce battle ensued, a clash of light and darkness that echoed through the enchanted forest. The villagers, empowered by the silver wolf's presence, joined forces with Serafina to repel the malevolent entity. The Lycanthropy crystal, wielded with ancient incantations, pulsed with radiant energy, amplifying the strength of those who stood against the curse. In a crescendo of magical energy, the curse was vanquished once and for all. The malevolent force dissipated into the night, leaving Eldritch bathed in the soft glow of the moon. The silver wolf, its mission fulfilled, circled the village one last time before disappearing into the shadows, its spirit finally finding peace. Eldritch, now free from the specter of the werewolf curse, celebrated its victory. Serafina, with a weary yet satisfied smile, addressed the villagers. She spoke of the Guardian's sacrifice, the unity that had triumphed over darkness, and the enduring spirit that would forever be intertwined with Eldritch's destiny. As the years passed, the tale of Eldritch became a legend, passed down through generations. The village prospered, and the silver wolf remained a symbol of courage and resilience. Serafina's cottage, now a place of reverence, housed the Lycanthropy crystal, a reminder of the trials faced and the triumph achieved. Yet, on moonlit nights, when the air held a hint of mystery, the villagers couldn't help but feel the presence of the Guardian's spirit, watching over Eldritch from the shadows. The tale had reached its conclusion, but the enchantment of Eldritch lived on, forever intertwined with the echoes of the werewolf curse and the enduring legacy of the silver wolf.